DaKno and the Magic Turtle Save the Island, written by Stanley, illustrated by Whimsical Designs by CJ. DaKno lived on the island of Most Beauty in the big water. She was small, but she was brave and curious. She climbed trees, she explored caves, she flew on a golden eagle's back. DaKno's best friend was Turtle Love, a magic turtle. She could shrink to the size of a ladybug. She could swim as fast as a sailfish. That was very fast. Her greatest magic was her shell glowed blue when people, animals, and things were good and kind. It glowed red when they were mean and unkind. DaKno and Turtle Love liked playing together. They built sand castles, swam in the big water, and rolled down grassy hills. Most Beauty was truly an enchanted place. It was cared for by the triplets. The triplets were named Maji, Ardi, and Hewa. They made the water sparkling blue, the land rich and green, and the air fresh and crisp. One day, the triplets woke up sick. As the days passed, the grass turned brown, the air became stale, and the water was bad to drink. The people and animals were afraid for their beautiful island. The elders gathered to decide what to do. They remembered Nubin, the magic man who once lived with them. They believed Nubin could make a potion to cure the triplets. DaKno and Turtle Love were too far away to hear the elders. Turtle Love shrunk to the size of a ladybug. She crawled close to the elders. DaKno's father shook his head and said, "Nubin lives in a cave in the dark waters. It is too dangerous to go. We must find another way to help the triplets." Turtle Love crawled back to DaKno and grew big again. DaKno's eyes widened as Turtle Love told her what she heard. DaKno mustered all her courage. She knew what they must do. They must find Nubin and save the island. With DaKno on her back, Turtle Love sank into the big water. Turtle Love's magic allowed DaKno to breathe underwater too. They waved to schools of fish, a pod of dolphins, and to their friend, Oscar the octopus. As they swam farther, they heard a baby whale crying. His blowhole was clogged with plastic. He shook and shook, but the plastic would not come free. His mom tried to remove the plastic, but she could not. Turtle Love got close to the baby whale. DaKno climbed on his back and grabbed the plastic. She pulled and pulled until the plastic came free. The baby whale flipped with joy. The mother whale held him close. They thanked DaKno and Turtle Love and swam away. As DaKno and Turtle Love kept going, the water grew darker and darker. Suddenly, Turtle Love's shell glowed bright red. They saw a big shadow swim past them. Then another and another. Sharks! DaKno shook her little fist at the sharks. The sharks laughed. DaKno and Turtle Love clutched each other tightly as the sharks closed in. Suddenly, the sharks swam away. DaKno and Turtle Love turned around. Behind them were the baby whale, his mother and father. They scared the sharks away. With a friendly smile, the whales guarded DaKno and Turtle Love all the way to Nubin's sea cave. The cave sat on a sandbar in the middle of the dark water. DaKno called out to Nubin, but he did not answer. DaKno and Turtle Love searched, but they could not find him. Suddenly, they heard a loud voice. "Who dares enter my cave?" DaKno jumped as a big man came walking toward her and Turtle Love. "It's us!" The big man wore a mean scowl as he stared at them. "Who is us?" DaKno stood tall. "It's DaKno and Turtle Love." The big man leaned in close, and suddenly Turtle Love's shell glowed blue. The big man smiled wide and said, "Well, I'm Newbin. Nice to meet you." DaKno and Turtle Love cheered happily. They told Newbin the triplets were sick, and they had traveled across the dark water to get his help to save the triplets and the island. "The triplets are sick," Newbin frowned. "Oh no, that won't do." DaKno and Turtle Love followed Newbin to his kitchen. They watched with wide eyes as he mixed together all kinds of weird plants and said all kinds of funny words. Sparks flew, smoke rose, and the cave shook. Finally, the mixture turned bright orange. Newbin put it in a bottle and handed it to DaKno. "Give each of the triplets a spoonful, and then pour the rest onto the ground of the island," he said. DaKno and Turtle Love said thank you and went back into the water. The whales were waiting to swim back with them. When they arrived home, DaKno ran to her father with the potion. "I got the medicine from Newbin." DaKno's father was shocked, but then he smiled. "You are a very brave girl." DaKno did exactly as Newbin said. She gave a spoonful of medicine to the triplets and poured the rest onto the ground. Suddenly, the brown grass turned green, the water became clear, and the air was sweet again. Everyone cheered. They lifted DaKno and Turtle Love into the air. "Hooray, DaKno and Turtle Love!" they shouted. "They've saved the island." The end. If you would like your very own copy of DaKno and the Magic Turtle Save the Island, please go to Amazon.com and search DaKno and the Magic Turtle. Thank you for listening.